Hello, everyone. I hope you are well. Give me a 1 if you can hear me loud and clear. Welcome to 1111 True Crime. Mama D coming at ya. Hello, Sassy, Big Mikey, Natural Healing. This is the live version. There will also be a recorded version that will be edited with all the fluff out so that you just get the story. And you guys, we're going to do this again. It's a 2-part live. And it will break down into 2 separate recordings. That way, if you're just analytical and you want to get right into the case discussion, we'll go over that. Or if you want to see the tarot reading. Now, last time we did the tarot reading, we got movement, that there were at least one other person, so there would be 5 or 6 people. And that there was movement, that there had been movement during the game process. And we have found out that's all true, or allegedly true. Everything I say here is alleged. Hi, Bellin, Lucy Who, Natural Healing, Virgo 22. Toxicology will tell the story we hear. I hear you, Big Mikey. I hear you. Good point. Well, Virgo 22 says hello from Kansas City. Well, hello, Virgo. And our prayers are with the family members of these fine gentlemen. And we're going to go over, even though you saw my intro, you saw the trailer, there's more to the story. Okay? It's not a great deal more, but the pieces are big, like moments of what the actual app, right? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this. Let's switch over. I want to introduce to you guys Ricky Johnson. Now, his baby mama was on T-Rab. I invite you to go watch that on T-Rab's program. And she goes over some interesting things that the child that they share, a little girl, before anybody even knew that there was an issue, she was saying, my daddy's cold. He needs his hat. Right? And so that gave me some chills. And I thought, wow, Ricky may be trying to communicate not only that at that moment, but he might have a stronger connection to this side yet. And we might be able to get into that. So if you're into the tarot reading, that'd be something maybe you want to watch tonight. Okay, so let's continue. Hey, Wildfire. David Harrington and Clayton McGinney. Now, all 3 of these gentlemen were all found dead at their friend's home. All right? Now, the friend... there were 2 friends. There was this guy. We don't know who he is. He allegedly left around 11 p.m. Now, here's how it went. So this would have been the 7th of January, and it happened to be a football game, a big football game. So these 3 guys, all plus this other unidentified friend, went over to Jordan Willis's home. Now, Jordan Willis and these 4 gentlemen allegedly went out, according to this 5th friend that we don't know the name of. And basically it sounds like they bar hopped while the game was going on. They went to several locations. They did, watch the game, but it was through different multiple locations. And then after that, it's like, I believe it was somewhere around 7, don't quote me. They all came back to Jordan's home. Now, Jordan, let's talk about Jordan Willis. Jordan Willis has 2 dogs, as you can see. Very beautiful dogs, both females. And allegedly, he claims through his lawyer, because we have not heard from Jordan himself, so his lawyer speaks for him, and we'll get into that. He says his dad had the dogs. Now, talking about dogs, I'm saying dogs. You can hear my dog, Lucky, responding. Okay? So, now, rumor has it, and I got this, I believe, from the baby mama of Ricky's. Allegedly, she has heard the rumor, and we'll leave it at that, hearsay, but someone has said to her that she told T-Rev and the rest of us that the father either has like dementia or Alzheimer's or something like that. And my question would be, really? Because then why would you take your dogs there? But there could be a lot of reasons to take your dogs there. If they're female dogs and they're in heat, all right? I know it can be very difficult when there are literally males around my female in heat, okay? You're trying to watch a game, they're your fur babies, you want to take them to grandma so you don't have to deal with stuff. I get it. Plus, you got to consider, they're all leaving the house. And maybe this is something that he doesn't do very often, where he's a stay-at-home worker. So, Jordan, see the computer? Yes. Let's get this address and hop over to the browser, you guys. This is what Jordan does. Now, let's see here. Let's put this right in here. And let me get this smaller. Let's see, are you seeing it? Kinda. Okay. Meet the IABI scientists applying new and emerging technologies to one of the toughest challenges facing HIV vaccine researchers today. I'm sorry I laughed, but Jenny, she is 27 months as a starlight, and her little message to us is, you're stuck with Jennyville. And I know what Jennyville means. I love you, Jenny. And for those of you not dog lovers, I am so sorry. This probably isn't going to be your channel. I can edit, I can do things, but my dogs, and I'm not a professional with a studio and all that kind of thing. I do this in my home with my fur babies. So, okay, let's get into this, you guys. Let's get into this Jordan Willis. Jordan R. Willis, PhD. So he's a smarty pants. Senior Principal Scientist. Did you hear me? Senior Principal Scientist. IABI, Neutralizing Antibody Center. Shap Lab, you can say it how you want. LaJoel, Kansas City, or LaJoel, California, and Kansas City, Missouri. What is the focus of Jordan's work? And this is his statement online. I am a senior principal scientist and work on data science, deep learning, and synthetic biology. I work with the Shap Lab at the Scripps Research IABI Neutralizing Antibody Center, NAC. I'm going to call it NAC if we have to say it too many times. To apply data science, software development, and immunology engineering to the germ line targeting problem within HIV vaccine development. I also conduct the data analysis and interpretation for IABI's clinical HIV vaccine trials. So that gives you an idea. He is not somebody that doesn't have, some smarts about him. I find it very curious with him being a scientist, and I do know he works from home of the majority of the time, how he could wind up in this predicament. This almost has that feeling of like Weekend at Bernie's, where you just can't. The plot line is so, forgive me, but the plot line is so filled with just irrational choices. You can't accept it. It's like you naturally just reject it. You're like, no, this story doesn't work for me. And that's how all the family members that are of these men that have come online, I have yet to hear one not express. So that was a whole bunch of they've all said, everyone that I've seen has expressed they're highly suspicious. And they feel like nothing is getting done. They're calling for everybody to shout this case out Because when you hear about the whole thing, you're like, this isn't making sense. How would you feel if this was your brother, your husband, your fiance that goes to a friend's game, goes out with some friends, goes over to play. Oh, and wait a minute. The friend said that the fifth friend that we don't know, he allegedly claims they came back to Jordan's and were playing Jeopardy. Now, see, to me, I don't look at it as the game Jeopardy. I think of it as almost like the universe saying, obviously, Jeopardy means, that something's at risk. And then it's followed by these three guys that are found dead. All right, let's get back into this. Anyway, I'll shrink this down if I can. This is the website. I invite you to go and read all about Mr. Jordan Willis, okay? Something else, I'll tell you that. Okay. Jordan lawyered up, like right now. Boom. Like instantly lawyered up. And this is Jordan's lawyer. I don't know his name, but does he not remind you, now this is going to date me a little bit, but does he not remind you of the guy that was on Andy Griffith once in a while with the googly eyes? I don't know. But his behavior has been very interesting. He says all kinds of things. And then he contradicts himself a lot. And I don't know if that's because Jordan's changing his story or this lawyer just is trying to. It's bad. Forgive me. Hey, Lee McKenna. Right. Lee McKenna said, Ricky, poor wee lass was saying my daddy will be cold. He needs a jacket. Poor wee soul. Yes, this is heartbreaking. I mean, this is a little girl that's not going to have her dad. There's 3 little girls that aren't going to have Ricky anymore. Fifth person's name may be Alex. That's what Dog Mom is sharing. Yes. Today is the 25th of the recording, and these men were last seen alive on the 7th of January. Okay, let's get going. So 5 men came over to Jordan's and parked their cars, some rode together, and they all went out, and it sounds to me, I'm just going to say it, sounds like they're bar hopping and watching the game as they go. The game ends, it's victorious, they want to celebrate, and they head over to Jordan's house. And then 3 of them wind up dead. Now, Jordan said, through his lawyer, so when I say Jordan said, remember, I'm saying his lawyer said it. Jordan's lawyer said that he walked the guys, basically saw them on their way out the door. And then he was like, hey, I'm going to crash. And at first, the story the lawyer gave was that Jordan went to his bed and had earphones in and crashed for a few days. Okay? When the lawyer was asked, did Jordan leave the property? Did he leave at any time? Okay, did he leave at any time? Did Jordan Willis get out of bed and leave at any time? The lawyer said sporadically. Now, the rest of us took that as to mean that Jordan left his home. Now the lawyer is trying to backtrack and is saying, oh, no, wait. He left his bedroom. He didn't leave the house. So he didn't see any cars or anything. He didn't see anybody. Then the lawyer says that Jordan didn't go to his bed. In a different interview, now the lawyer is saying Jordan saw his friends out the door, left the door unlocked, and crashed right there on the couch. You know what's wrong with this? The truth doesn't change. I agree with you, Mikey. Bring on that toxicology report. We want to see it. Lee McKenna's got a great point. Lawyer is telling too many stories that don't match up. Dana Lynn says, did Jordan, the mad scientist, give them a lethal concoction? All right, let's continue. So Jordan claims, this is the last thing Jordan has claimed. The most recent update is that he crashed on the couch and he left the door unlocked. Okay? And then he slept allegedly for 2 days. 2 days. Meanwhile, wouldn't his earphones go dead in that time? I'm just saying. He gets all kinds of texts, and so do the men's phones. Texts from family and friends that no one answers. No one. Not Jordan, not the 3 men. And hey, what about the 5th guy? Why wasn't he answering? I'm just saying, did the family text this Alex? Right? And what would his excuse be for not answering the phone? Not only did they text, family and friends text Jordan, on their end, they are alleging, many of them are alleging, it showed, because it was a Facebook Messenger, on Jordan's messages, that the messages were being read but not responded to. Big Mikey says, I hope these cops aren't paid off. Right? I'm so sick of that too. I feel like we're stuck in some sort of Groundhog's Day repeat cycle with each case. We just get a repetitive story where we know damn well the person's guilty and then there's money involved, and so, you know, it's justice for hire, right? All right, let's continue. So, like I said, the family and friends of these 3 young men, which all appear to be absolutely healthy to me, they're frantic. They're wanting to know what is going on. They haven't returned, so their texts go unanswered, but it's showing that Jordan has read the messages on Facebook. The vehicles of the men that did drive are still parked at Jordan's. If he just looked out his front door or his window, he would see them. But allegedly, he didn't. He claimed for the longest time he didn't see them. But then the lawyer made the comment, kind of like a backhanded comment, like it wouldn't be important, so he just kind of mumbled it. And I was like, that's interesting, like you're thinking on your feet, dude, huh? Truth doesn't have to think on its feet, because it's got the footing to stand on. Truth stands alone. But we have Jordan Willis's lawyer thinking on his feet, if you will, okay? And he says, well, it wouldn't have seemed weird to him anyway, because they often left their vehicles behind. Okay? All right. What do you guys feel about that? Lady D says, we're in the Twilight Zone. Kim Barnier says, if it doesn't make sense, it's a lie. Karen Guy says, the messages should have gotten his attention. All right, here we go. Jordan Willis said he slept on the couch, right? So, family comes and friends come at different times, and they literally are banging on Jordan's door. Bam, 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 bam. I mean, didn't even think he should check on his, like, what about his dogs that he's left at his father's house? He didn't think to check his phone for that, or work, or nothing? Okay, so family and friends and the fiance of Mr. Keeney, I believe it's his fiance, forgive me if I've been misquoted, they can't get no response. They're yelling, they're banging, so they break into the basement and they're yelling out the victim's name, right? they're yelling out things. They're trying to get help. And they're still, with all the yelling and everything, nothing from Jordan. Just crickets. And the fiancé stumbles upon a dead body on the porch. Of course, 911 was called. Absolutely. Hello? Jordan answers the door immediately. Well, in my version he does. That could be whatever. But he answers the door quite readily. Let's put it that way. Allegedly, he is in his boxers and has an empty wine glass in the other hand. That he alleges is filled with water, but it was wine, but it's out, now it's water, and he don't know what's going on. He has no clue what's going on. There he is. Ferris Bueller day off, in boxers, possibly a robe that, in my opinion, is open, and his hair standing on end, and he's like, yeah, can I help you? And they're like, yeah, we have a dead body being reported at your location. Are you Jordan Willis? See, this is all what I hear. They go in. He approves them to search the facility, the home, and they find 2 other bodies in the backyard. 1 on the porch, 2 in the backyard. Karen Guy says, I think the glove will fit. Big Mikey says, could it be an experiment gone wrong? Lucy Lou Who, hello lovely. I heard that he had been in the process of moving out anyway, but who knows? Gemini 65 says, I heard now they had a falling out with him. So Lee McKenna says, Ricky was a big guy, but he wouldn't be able to drag him all the way out, so left him propped up against the wall. Interesting. All right, here we go. Jordan Willis in the house by him. Okay, now let's remember something. Jordan said he left the door open and he crashed on the couch. He saw his friends out. He left the door unlocked and he crashed on the couch. Those are Jordan's lawyer's words. Don't forget them. Because, remember, the friends tried to get in the house. They banged on the doors. The family tried to get in the house. They banged on it. And guess what? They had to break in because the door was not unlocked. They broke in and went through the basement. How about that one? So at some point, Jordan had to lock the door because he's the only one in the home on the inside. Big Mikey says it's hard to trust cops anymore, just saying. Karen Canada, hello to you. Sassy says, still another case involving a U-Haul. When he shouldn't have been allowed to take anything from the house, another crime scene tainted. I mean, okay, let me ask you something. What party do you go to where you and all of your friends put your cell phone, your wallet or billfold, maybe your purse if you're a female, and your keys into a pile on the counter? When are you giving up your cell phone to put it with everybody else's up there? When would you ever be at a party? I don't care how good your friends are. They get drunk, they do stupid shit. You've got important stuff. They could freeze your billfold and they didn't realize you had something in there that shouldn't have been frozen. You're not going to, and you're men, you've got a pocket that your billfold fits in neatly. Why is his cell phone, wallet, and keys of all 3 men allegedly on the counter in Jordan's home? I can't figure that out. I can't get over that. Karen Guy says it just like I do. No way. It's goat time, you guys. If you are not familiar with us, I am grabbing our mascot, which is a goat, if you have headphones on, or just so you know, this is a trigger warning. It is a scream. It is to release our frustration because we just can't. We can't. BILLFOLD, please. And I'll be amazed if you can get your man to go to any place ever, even at the house, and set his cell phone down with everybody else's. I can't even get my kids to do that, to do their dishes. Because people are addicted to their phones. So the fact that the cell phones are all together and in the house is one thing. But then the wallets, it took L.E. allegedly hours to figure out who and which man was who. If the BILLFOLD had been on the men, wouldn't they just pull the ID out and be like, oh my golly, this is Ricky, this is Clayton, this is David, right? And Jilly Lane says, love the goat. Right? Lee says, Billy Boy, scream it like you mean it. It's frustrating. This is my point. Jordan tells the cops, I had no idea my friends were dead or even here. Sassy says, extremely suspicious. I agree, Big Mikey. The family should be pushing for toxicology. Oh, well, they are. There are family members that have hired a PI, allegedly, according to Ricky's daughter's mother. Now, Jordan moves out, right? Y'all kind of knew that from the spoiler alert. But yeah, he gets a U-Haul. Out of there. Why is this not being treated like a crime scene? Where is the caution tape crime scene? Lord above in heaven, help me. I can't imagine if, oh my God, if it would have been one of my kids, because I'm old enough to have a 20-year-old son, you know? What if my kid would have went over there? Y'all, if they didn't treat that like a crime scene, I would have a breaking and entering fee then. What do you call it? Fine or charge or whatever. Because right in front of God and all of the witnesses on this planet, I'd have marched in there with, you know, my clear tape, my gloves, brushes, my flour. I don't care what I would have had to done to collect as much evidence as I could out of the house myself. Why is the internet sleuths, armchair sleuths, paying closer attention to these crimes than Ellie and treating them with respect when I don't see that? Out of respect for the victim's family, the man is allegedly moving anyway. Box it off. It becomes a sandbox until the toxicology is back. What the F are y'all doing over there as cops, as LE? Just like throwing your hands in the air. We don't see anything suspicious here. Hey, Brad, let's go get a donut while we wait 2 or 3 weeks on that toxicology on them 3 boys. Linda Ann says, I believe toxicology can take months. My stepson passed in October, and I'm not sure his mom got it yet. Unless she didn't want to share the results, he had an addiction problem most of his life. I'm so sorry to hear that, Linda. You know, if we have to keep doing, okay, I'm going to tell y'all now, the next case better not have no witnesses sleeping through this. We are working so diligently on the Idaho 4 case where we have 2 surviving roommates that have slept allegedly, and then we find out they weren't sleeping, that one of them allegedly, according to Brett Payne's affidavit, the cop, investigator, the rookie, he alleges DM, saw the perp, man clad in black. But how many cases do we got to do where someone's just sleeping? I can't stand it. It's like, you know, think of true crime as a big bowl of cereal. And there's some poop floating in my cereal bowl here. Like every case I get, it's just another floating turd because no justice is coming and is killing me. Summer Wells, Michael Vaughn, Kylie Rodney. I could keep going. It's the Idaho 4. It's open-ended. It's just left there, floating turds in your cereal bowl. And I'm frustrated. C.A. Bevan Forden says, so 3 men were locked out of the house without their wallets and their cell phones in the house, with their wallets and cell phones in the house where they could not get to them to get help. Yes, y'all, but, I mean, 3 grown men, it wasn't that freezing. Could have walked a mile to get help, but there were neighbors right there. Why not go knock on a neighbor door? Hey, there goes my ambulance out. I said, why not go knock on the neighbor door? And it went off. So my question is, how did 3 men die at the exact same time? You've got a really tiny little guy, and you got a really heavy set guy. So freezing to death doesn't work for me, because the little guy would have froze to death first. That would have left the other middle-sized guy and the heavier set guy. So Ricky's a little heavier set. And I'm not trying to disrespect him. I'm heavier set. It would have taken him a lot longer to freeze to death. And so I just can't see that happening. So something either was ingested or they were exposed to something very toxic that's almost instantaneous. And what comes to mind is fentanyl. What do you guys feel about that? Dog Mom says, right, it's a death investigation. Jordan is a person of interest and should not have been able to leave. I agree. Ceci says, not if they were given a substance that then makes them unable to move, but possibly still aware of what happened. Oh my God. Can you imagine? And don't think there isn't a drug like that. Because when I was 16, someone laced a cigarette and I could hear everything. I could see everything. I could not move a muscle. I was absolutely paralyzed. And luckily, I was with people that I trusted and took care of me. And it took hours to wear off. Natural Healing says in her feelings, she feels it could have been a pill form or something. Karen Canada says you are not heavy set. I'm certainly not a light foot. Try and pick me up. I dare you. Okay, Virgo 22 brings up nerve gas. You guys, when we get into the reading, we're going to ask a lot more questions too. But what bothers me the most is an unsecured death scene. And law officials have already said that at this point in time, they believe 100% not foul play. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Do you feel there's foul play, you guys? Let me know down below if you feel there's foul play. So on the live, let me know, as well as on replay. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know your feelings. I appreciate that. My question is, were the 3 men drugged or poisoned? What are your thoughts on that? All right, my lovely Luz, with that, I want to tell you I love you so very much. If this is where you leave me, I want to say thank you humbly for joining me on this live. Please hit that like, leave a little DNA on the like button for me, and share your love. I greatly appreciate it. And so does our 1111 family. For the rest of you that would like to stay with me, come along, my lovelies. We're about to go into the tarot side of things. All right? Okay, let's get this off the screen. We'll get that out of there. And let's see, you guys. Let's turn off our browser. And let's get our cam up. We'll move a few things around. And get ready. Now, during the reading, I don't read much on chat. Simply because, now how did I add this? There we go. Because I'm so zoned in on the reading. However, let me get comfortable here. I will be coming up to top side where we can chat at the very end, and you can light it up at that time and get into the drawing that we're going to have on January 31st. And it's for some very, very amazing gifts. A whole box full. All right, my lovelies. Let's get started. Now, I've already said my prayers. I've also already cleansed my decks that I'll be using. Please don't ask me what decks I use. I am not going to go try to remember. You know, you guys, some of you will watch a video that I recorded a year ago, and then you'll put, what deck is that? Like, I have a clue. I would have to go rewatch that video, and then I use like 5 decks, so it doesn't work. I try sometimes to remember what deck, but I don't know how to help you on that. I'm sorry, but I love you. Okay, here we go. Let's get this divine energy here. What I'm trying to find out, let's talk. What I want to know in this reading is I want to know the timeline of events. I don't want to know, I know y'all are probably like, who's guilty? I just need to understand the timeline of events, okay? So we're going to start off with arriving at Jordan's the first time before they go out. Show me the energy. Well, isn't that interesting? Major Arcana. It's the Justice card. This is a get even card. When you see justice, it's in the eye of the beholder. But it also usually means that justice will be served because it is slapped right back at the person. But this is somebody trying to balance out some debt, something uneven. And it's an 11. I'm feeling intentional. Like somebody may have intentionally, with this card, I'm feeling intent. Like, I don't like the feeling. Let me get our little... I know, you're hearing my chair squeak. I have a gaming chair, but it's squeaky. I should get some WD-40. All right, let me look at the Ascended Master's message. This is our true crime deck. We've had it for a while. It is something oh my God. The story fell out. I've had this deck for a while. Some of you may have it. So we got 5 cards. We've got bare hands, manual touch, and print. Find that very interesting. All right, let's see what else. So we have manual touch and prints. And Jordan would have been able to clean that whole house and wipe down any print he needed. We have note, letter, communication. 3, 4. Huh. Let's just keep going. Vehicle. Man, this is going to be a very excellent reading to understand. All right, so we have a message. We have bare hands or a touch. Could be DNA, touch DNA, because of the manual touch prints. Touch DNA, communication of a vehicle. Second vehicle. 2 vehicles. Something with a 2. Vehicle. Car, truck, van, motorcycle. Let's see what else we have. Relatives' home, secondary location, visiting, Damn. And it's a 6, and I kept getting 6 the whole time. So we have 2, 3, and 4, and 6. I do feel a secondary location. I do. And it's before Jordan's. Oh my God. 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 Y'all. I just was given, okay, I was just given a scenario. I do not guarantee that this is the way it happened. This is what popped in my head as if it was like whispered to me. I can't explain it. That they did leave Jordan's. That they did leave Jordan's. They went to a secondary home. Shit went bad there. They were staged at Jordan's. Maybe Jordan was, I don't know that he didn't have something to do with it, but look at this. Thought out, decided blueprint. Remember when I said I felt intent, right? Intentional. Plan, thought out, decided, blueprint, relatives home, secondary location, visiting. And then we've got this vehicle. And I do feel the travel. I told you in the last reading I felt like their bodies were moved. And at that time, I thought from the house. But now I'm starting to feel like it could be a completely different location. And then Jordan is set up to take the downfall. Hold on. Whatever. This should be an investigation. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's get Ancestors' message. Let's get Ancestors' message. This is crazy. I could not wait till this because I knew it was going to give me something. 5 of Wands. They're okay. This is communication war. That could be why the phones are all sitting there, the billboards are all sitting there, and everything is because they're setting Jordan up too. I mean, what an idiot would be like, yeah, my friends are all dead and I left their phones all piled on the counter right here, and here's all their keys, and I took their billfolds too. But if you're trying to frame somebody, you might be like, okay, I've got 3 dead bodies. They've all got phones, cell phones, wallets, and keys. I'll just stack them over here on the counter in this guy's house. So let's go back. Why did they not take fingerprints at that house? There could have been an unknown DNA. 5 of Wands, a fight to the, like, in communication war. What else? Let's grab another card. What is this complication, this tiff about? Why is this a tiff? 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands. 4 of Pentacles, holding back. Somebody's greedy. Somebody's holding back, like, absolutely holding back about this. Somebody knows about a communication. There's another location. I think the guys did leave Jordan's. I really do. And I think that they were put outside because they didn't want to go inside. So I think they snuck inside. They didn't want to go inside with the body and wake Jordan. So somehow, I wonder, they could have chloroformed Jordan or something. I don't know. Current situation. Let me understand this. Let's get into the tarot, you guys. Let's get into the tarot. Something's not right with this. I don't think Jordan actually is guilty of murdering these folks. These guys left Jordan's. I can feel the travel. Six of Wands. Victory. With the Queen of Pentacles. Female energy. Feminine energy. Sorry, not female. There is no gender in the tarot. Queen of Pentacles, long term. 6 of Wands, victory. This is somebody they've known forever. Somebody's house they knew forever. Be careful in friending a lot of these family and friends. You do not know. You do not know who you can trust. Be careful. This could be a baby mama, y'all. Queen of Pentacles could be a landowner, or it could be somebody that has a child with one of them, and they got victory, something. There could have been some, and we don't know. We don't know the story. Let's understand the blockage. What is blocking us from getting justice? Or what is the blockage in knowing? Okay, I'm hearing like a better way to say this. Why didn't the guys just leave on their own from that place? What blocked them from just leaving on their own from the other location? Not Jordan's, but the one I'm picking up after Jordan's. What blocked them from leaving on their own? Okay. The whole deck's in reverse. Six of Swords, travel. Somebody picked their asses up. Travel. They did not. They traveled with someone. They all went in one vehicle or something. Somebody picked them up. That's the blockage that we don't know. Let me understand this a little better. Who picked them up? Queen. Female energy, or feminine energy. I say female, female, female. Normally I don't. Normally I say there's no gender in the tarot. Intuitively, I am picking up very close female to one of the guys. And look at the smoke shop, right? Like it's a clam bake in there. This person gets high. This person has a lot of candles. They're metaphysical. Influence. What influence did this other person have? What influence did this other person have? This person's energy, this feminine energy, what influence did they have on the death of the three, please? Holy shit. The King of Swords cuts out what doesn't serve them right. There may be some sort of legal issue between this individual and one of the men. This could be court. It could just be show me. It's an imbalance in the court. Justice. It had to do... Okay, so who are they in court with? Justice, King of Swords. There's something completely out of balance here. Completely out of balance. I'm picking up court. So keep your eyes open. We might even want to Google their names. See if they're in court with anybody at this time. Maybe there's a dispute in the family or with friends or with work or someone. Root cause of their death. I'll just pick it up. Root cause of their death. The Hermit within the home. Now, I'm not picking up Jordan's home when I see this. I'm picking up the woman in the red. The woman in the red. Show me this person's energy that they went to visit. Ten of Wands, somewhere where they could... Oh my God. This was a house that they were very familiar with. Ten of Wands is burdens. This might have been a house they lived in at one time or someone they lived with at some time. I am picking up this house of burden. House of burden. Past influence. Let's see what this is. Page of Pentacle. A young one. Could be a child. Page of Pentacle. And it's money. It's money for a child. Money for a child. Past influence. Or a young one. Or something new. Something new to do with money. This is a messenger offering something tangible That is what they did. They bought something. They bought something from somebody they've known forever. They went straight to the house. I think they came back to Jordan. Did they come? Were they alive when they returned to Jordan's? Near future. So we'll use the 1111 time machine. They left Jordan's, according to this reading, and they went somewhere very familiar. And I'm picking up a feminine energy. I'm picking up an exchange. Possibly also a court exchange in their past. So they could have been married at some time. I don't know. Or maybe there's child support involved. I'm not sure. But they had court at some time. Now, did the three men, did David, Clayton, and Ricky leave this location where they visited after Jordan's the last time healthy and okay? We have the new beginning, the Fool. Were they under the influence is my question. This is packing light. This is something that you have to get the 21 and close the cycle. Something got closed, it's over, and now they're starting fresh and new. This is major arcana. Something majorly changed at the location before they left. What changed? Seven of Pentacles. This you could see is somebody planting something. Planting something, burying something, hiding something, lacing something. I don't know. Could have been like, here you guys, have a couple bottle of waters, have these beers on me. Who knows? But something, divine timing, new beginning. All right, perception. What is Jordan's actual perception when he learned of the 3 deaths in front of the cops? What was his real perception? Sorry. 4 of Pentacles, holding back. He's hiding something. He knows something more. 4 of Pentacles. So where else did we get the 4 of Pentacles? We got it somewhere. 4 of Pentacles here. And this was on Ancestor's message. He's holding back communication. Oh, okay. I get it. Sorry. That makes exact sense. Where are we? 4 of Pentacles. Jordan's perception was he's holding back communication. He knows there's much more to the story. Much more. What does Jordan know? And I shouldn't be doing that where I flip it up. 5 of Wands. Again, he knows about this struggle, this fight, because where is it? The story is being repetitive because it's making sense. 5 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, right? 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, and it's Ancestor's message. We have the repetitive card, the 4 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. Again, Jordan is holding back what he knows about this communication between these people. This doesn't have to be a female. It could be a feminine male. All right. Outside influence. This is big. This is big. Outside influence, lovelies. What were the outside influences that claimed the lives of David, Clayton, and Ricky? The Queen of Swords. Legal. This is somebody they had contract with. Somebody they had contract with. The King and Queen of Swords cuts out what doesn't serve them. And it has to do with legality. Is there a court case somewhere? Who's being sued? Is there an inheritance? What is this? 8 of Pentacles has to do with work. Could be a boss. It could, I don't know. 8 of Pentacles is mastering something with the Queen of Swords. This could be lawyer. This could be the work. I'm studying this symbol. Very interesting. Let's continue. Action needed for justice? Well, an investigation would help, right? King of Cups. Somebody knows and has deep emotion. Somebody was rejected. We need a knight in shining armor to come on and be the hero here and tell us what happened. I need a hero. We do. We do. We need the hero to show up. That's what the King of Cups is. Action needed is a hero. So there's a witness, you guys, that knows more. Nine of Cups, wish come true. They would be our wish. We have a witness that knows way more. Not just Jordan. It's somebody else. They know way, way more. Is the witness the fifth wheel that we don't know much about, named Alex, Knight of Swords? Damn. Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Swords. It could be in his direction. His family line, his inner circle. Could be the fifth guy. Yeah. Like they all went to his place and then he dropped them back off at around 11 something and then went home. Because I got the Knight of Swords. Makes me wonder. Makes me wonder. Interesting. Alright, you guys. Outcome. Alright. So, I could ask in every reading, will we get justice? I want to know the outcome on this situation of the toxicology report. It's a yes. Whatever you were wondering about the toxicology report, such as fentanyl or very hard drugs, we have a yes. Ace of Swords, clarity. Complete clarity, too. It's also communication. Ace of Swords is clarity, communication. This is, these guys were exposed to this, I believe, intentionally at a different location than Jordan's. I'm getting intentional all over the place, premeditated, planned. Nine of Wands. Somebody was defending their new beginning now. Could be Jordan, or it could be this person. Let's get one more card to explain this. What we're going to find out in the toxicology report. The Empress is always the victim. This is homicide, in my opinion. 3 homicides, in fact. And it's a very feminine energy. Very feminine energy. I'm going to ask one more thing. Were they poisoned? 8 of Wands, communication. They were poisoned. But fentanyl is poison too. So, you know, I'm going to keep drawing death. There it is, communication of the death. Well, the toxicology report, quite quickly, it will tell us that they, well, we have communication of the victim with a yes. I mean, you can't make it up. Are you seeing it? So, it is all in the toxicology report. Did this person get away with it? I gotta know. The moon. Well, we could dig all day and we can ask all day. But we don't get to know. Because the moon means unknown at this time. Not willing to let us know. Train's coming through. So we must surrender to the moon at this time. Somebody asked me, why do I always stop when I start getting answers? I can only go so long, you guys. All right, let's switch the deck up. That was the very best that I have for you at this time. I am very intrigued by that reading, which blew my mind. I was not expecting that at all. Lee says, what did they consume? I don't know, lovely. Lightning power. Something's coming up charged. Charged! Somebody's getting charges. Because I said lightning power, something's charged. I bet it's a person, right? Okay, let's find out what these other cards say. DNA. Karma. DNA. Okay. So that's good. What's ancestors, generations? Some relative, you guys, I'm telling you. Or somebody very close to them. New beginning. That's probably Jordan. Right? Ceremony. That could be the prayer that's helping to get this justice. And finally, waterfall, effortless. This will come in. This will come in. Like water. Just like water. Wow, you guys. What an incredible reading. Big Mikey says, lay something. That's right. I know, Lee, you want me to use the big board. You always do. But it's very difficult for me to get it on camera. So, and I do what I feel guided. But I appreciate your opinion. All right, you guys. I want more answers too, Jill. I want more answers on this. It is some. I feel like, okay, I'm going to do a summary of what this reading seemed to show me. Now, when I replay it and I watch it back, I get 100 more things that viewing the reading fully intact allows me to see even deeper. Excuse me. And that might be what we do next time, is just allow me to rewatch the reading with you guys and explain more, because I'm just telling you, I see more the second time around. I notice more. But in summary, it looks like the guys go to Jordan's, park their vehicles, and then they go out. And they do the game. They come back to Jordan's, and it's like they hang out for a little while. And then, like Jordan says, I feel he does walk them to the door. And they leave. But I feel like they leave their vehicles there, and they travel with someone else. They go somewhere at a different location. And I feel like something goes bad there. And I feel like that's when something happens to them. And then I feel like the person brings them back and deposits their dead bodies in those locations. And it would be 2 people, because let me tell you, Ricky would be some heavy weight, right? Deposits the 3 victims in those positions and literally sneaks in the house. And it sounds so female to me. I don't know why now, but this is what I feel, because it's neat in my head. I can see like the billfolds are all sitting in one location, and the phones are all sitting in one location, and the keys are all sitting in one location. It's very neat and tidy in my mind. I don't know why that is. But that way it is planting the evidence back onto Jordan, who may have been laced with something, or maybe they saw him crashed out and they were like, put something in his, put sleeping medicine in his bottle of water he's got right there, or his empty wine glass. Did anybody grab that wine glass to see if Jordan had been drugged to knock him out? Okay? The wine glass was important. I hope to God they took it, into consideration. That'd be so easy. Okay, the guy's passed out. Let's lay all the keys here, the BILLFOLDs here, and the phones here. And let's go over, let's put this in this little wine glass full of water right by Jordan's bed. And now let's get the hell out of here. Linda Annie says, in my opinion, I think he tested the vaccine to see how they reacted from it. You could be right, too. Huh. All right, my loves. Excuse me. We have been on here a little over an hour, my darlings. So, with that, let's put our handy little dandy workbook right over there. Let's pull you forward, and I'm going to have you light it up for our January drawing. Are you ready? Light it up, you guys. I know that was truly intense, Deborah. I agree. Well, Karen, if Jordan was drugged out for 2 days, like somebody drugged him, then it's possible that, yeah, how would the messages get read, right? Unless the family is misunderstanding that somehow. Light it up, you're going to need to write at 11:11_true crime, because that's our new name. Karen Guy, you hit it just right, beautiful. Karen Guy, I saw it. Thank you, lovely. So it is 11:11 True Crime now. Wildfire, you are in the drawing. And if you're interested, last time I did a live, so you'd have to watch a live to see it. I showed you like one of the mystery gift boxes, right? Virgo 22, you are in the drawing. Who else? Who else? Let me spin it and... Oop, I went out of the red. Boom. Jill Elaine. Whoops, I almost blocked you, Jill. Sorry. Jill Elaine, congratulations. You were in the drawing, my love. Who else? And everybody should be getting theirs. If anybody sees Sin City, can you tell her to get in touch with Mama D? Because I don't have her email. And this is the second time she's won something. And then I can't find her. Like, after she wins, I can't find her. And I've still got her box completely ready to go. And I don't have her address to ship it. So if somebody sees her... Sin City's here. Sin City, you've got to email me your ship to address, please. And maybe you sent it to me and it got lost. I don't know. But please send me your email, your ship to address to rubberducky2005@yahoo.com, so I can get that mailed out to you. I've got it completely ready to go, my lovely. And sorry it took me a while. Let's see here. Spin it. Who is that? That girl. Congratulations. That girl. My phone is cracked and it was right there. All right, my lovelies. One more. Natural healing. Didn't you already get in? I mean, it won't matter, but didn't you? Well, you were meant to be, because I thought you were already in. Natural healing. Congratulations to all of you beautiful, beautiful 1111 family, my beautiful starlights. And guess what? If you want to watch the replay, but you're like, I don't want to watch the replay of the second half with the tarot, I just want to watch the first part, it'll have its own video. And if you're like, I just want to see the tarot reading, it'll have its own video. So we'll be able to have that uploaded for you tomorrow. Thank you, Sin City Love. I want to make sure and get it out to you. I know you probably did send, but I can't find it nowhere. I ripped my email apart to the point I was like, I don't know where it went. And I do get a great deal of emails, so thank you all for participating in this. I so very much appreciate you. That's right. Don't forget to leave your DNA, right, on the like button to share your love. And also, you know, we have to support the fact that the more we keep their names out there, maybe we can get an investigation going. It's absurd to me that we're at this level to where it's not a crime scene. Nobody took Jordan's wine glass. Nobody treated it like it was important of a crime scene. They're like, nothing to see here. Everybody go home. 3 adult men just went outside and froze to death. It's crushing my brain. Lee says this was just the highlight of my evening tonight. Thank you, Lee. I love you, Interior Family Studios and Wildfire. Thank you guys for modding tonight. I want you to know I always appreciate, and Wildfire as well, I always appreciate my mods greatly, and you mean a lot to me. You really, really do, and I want you to know that. All right, you guys, let's get our music rolling. Head out on the highway, looking for adventure. I have no idea why that sign. Whoa, we don't need it that big, do we? Alright, you guys, I love ya. To the moon and back until I read for you again.